Hello and welcome back. Time for another side quest of people I hate.
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I
can't promise I'll find her,
what? It wasn't
try.
as the text.
Describe
Aww.
it to me.
She has beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
Well, let's go. Let's go find this abused dog.
That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
Anyways.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet. Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
That sounds like a rude thing to do to a dog.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
My kill counter for the video, my wanted kill counter for the video is already, like, skyrocketed. So, yeah. Fuming. Is it this windmill?
Chloe.
Nope, not white.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl?
So, have you figured out the twist yet, gamer family?
Is that someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind the interruption.
Have you realized the twist yet, gamers? Have you realized the plot twist? Have you realized it yet?
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favorite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
But Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Well, the kid was raised horribly. It's hard. I mean, she's such a little kid. I don't want to... I mean, same with the previous kid. They're horrible, but they're also raised to be horrible. And she seems to be upset. What does she have to say now?
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
There you go. That's step one to her not being a horrible person. She's sorry. Maybe she won't be as completely fucked up as her parents. See, the previous kid seemed like an actual problem. He's also older, though. Okay. I'll gorge you first. But no, Lisette almost seems like maybe she might be better in the future. I don't have hope. I don't have hope. But it is always possible. The optimist in me wants me to believe that maybe there won't be another Chloe. But there probably will be. Because the people here are horrible. The world is given the gift of magic, and people create a caste system with it, essentially. It's, oh, cool.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Yeah, I'm not walking any further in. I won't get killed, but I don't want to. I
You
think there's another quest.
The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Well, I'll kill them if they try to hang me.
Oi, don't touch anything.
Anything good? Oh, what is this? Into the mire. I think that's from the earlier in the game. I think that's the track that plays in the swamp.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter?
Such a tiny little place. And yes, I am a disorder. I'll kill you.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. Oh, what is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
I would, but you never gave me your name. Even your thing below you doesn't actually say your name, so, Alrighty, righty. We're almost able to go to Oriflamme, which is awesome. For those of you who don't know what's coming up in this game, the dungeon itself's okay, but the end of the dungeon, that's gamer.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
Enemies? Yep. Ignition! Oh my god. And then I got them all in the line, so I could go like that and get all of them like, oh my. Y'all. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I don't know. A part of me feels a sudden urge to talk about Final Fantasy XV. Because I talked about it a little bit with like not being able to return to the sender. And, you know, Final Fantasy XV is a great game, but it had some very pretty locations. But, again, nothing like this. Even, oh crap, why do I can't remember the name? Altissia, or whatever it's called, is isn't like that. It is like beautiful. Man,
Bodies.
boom.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I don't know. I don't think it would sound good coming from anyone.
Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
I don't know. The longer it's been since I don't know how to say this sentence. Not well, at least. Oh, I can actually just warp to Isabel. The more time that passes, that's what I was looking for. Since I've completed 15, the more I, in retrospect, actually really like the game, though. I will give it
You're
that.
still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Alrighty. Now I'll continue talking. I just wanted to let that go. No AP. Oh, you stinky stinker. I thought you were better than this.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks.
AP?
The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Fascinating. Anyways, we do have enough AP, actually. So Final Fantasy XV is a weird one. Because, like, am I a developer? No. Oh, I actually can't do anything. That sucks. Wait, if I reset you, how much do I get? Because I'd love to be able to get Aerial Blast before I go in. How much do I get? Whoops, wrong button. How much do I get if I reset you? 645. Alrighty, let's change things up. I've been having too much fun. No, I keep exiting out instead of switching tabs. I've been having too much fun. I'm going to keep Gorge because I really like it when I start a stagger. Aerial Blast. I will put Rising Flames on the top. I have never used Aerial Blast. I hope it doesn't disappoint me. I'm actually very excited to see if it's any good. Very excited, actually. How bad can it possibly be? But anyways, I don't know. My thoughts on 15 are so complicated because, like, it is so obvious that something... It had issues in development. And obviously, basic research shows, yeah, development actually was hell. It did go through development hell. Which I think makes the final project actually more impressive. I like the characters. I wish more was done with them. And anyways, it's time for me to stop talking. Because we got my boy Cid back in action. And my girl Jill.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
We're already there. I thought we had to walk to the gates. Huh.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrec.
but not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut. And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Cid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Cid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Alright, so we were going to actually talk about Final Fantasy XV. Genuinely were. But I thought I had more of a walk to the gates. So Oriflamme, I didn't have that. This is the last chance to do anything else in this world. If for some reason you're playing along or something, if you have side quests to do, you need to do it. I do not know how many side quests that are unlocked before this point that you can complete after this point. Because ultimately, I want to start talking about why Ralph Ineson, I think that's how you pronounce his name, why he is amazing and why Cid is amazing. Because this is the best time to. And if you hear whining, that's my dog Copper. She says I'm not petting her enough.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
I'll be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change.
Oh my god. Oh boy, Cid, Dolphus, Tealman. Oh my goodness.
Come on, this way.
First things, right off the bat, something that I think is really important to say is think about the elemental affinities of the three party members. Fire, ice, and thunder. Those are the three default element types in Final Fantasy games. Those are the three most common black magic types. Yeah, things like you have air stuff, but in Final Fantasy V, for instance.
Not quite empty. Let's get this over with.
Okay.
I swear this passage used to be
Moment of truth.
Of course it did.
Okay, definitely not as good as Flames of Rebirth, but those enemies are still in it, so clearly not terrible. How much damage did it overall do? It did most of their health. Flames of Rebirth is way better. I will probably not be using that very long. Ooh, the recharge actually doesn't seem to be terrible. I think it's better than Flames of Rebirth. Okay, this is the dungeon where I'm probably going to have to use Torgal the most. I'm going to be completely honest. Anyways, as I was... Oh, gotta break this. Oh yeah, break it, break it. Like, for instance, the Final Fantasy V.
Never stood a chance.
You're welcome.
Things like Quake are their time magic. So they're not one of the default ones.
The main tunnel.
The air ones
There are sentries everywhere.
are blue magic. I don't think there's any light types. Bahamut's just a summon. Odin's just a summon. Didn't let me go through there where Cid was in it. So it's kind of fun that as we reach the pivotal moment in the game, because the party, as you can tell, the party comp changes so
All good
much.
things must come to an end. We might have a bit more company from now on.
Captain,
Oh yeah, let's. How many of them can I get in one tornado blast? A lot of them. Okay. Okay, I'll admit, it's definitely not terrible. Because it prevents them from attacking you, but you can still attack them. So it's hard to say. It's hard. It's definitely not terrible. Definitely one of the weaker of the expensive ones. But yeah, so I think that's really cool that as we reach a pivotal moment, that our party, this is also, as we reach our first major, not our first, but the most important moment thus far in the game, our party comp is the classic elemental type. I think that's really fun.
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What have we here? More insects come to be squashed? You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
Oh yeah?
Okay.
Then let's shut him up.
I see an item on the ground I'd like it. Or was that actually just the ground? I actually think it was just the ground. Yeah. So as you can imagine, it's going to take a lot of this fight for us to actually get that back. So might as well just... Oh. Oh, yeah, he's following me with his flames. That's crazy. Crazy gamer. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, because you get a ring that every precision dodge makes you stronger. I can't wait to get it. I didn't use it in my first playthrough because I didn't need it because I was in story focus. But in action focus, that is going to be so gnarly powerful.
Something in the air.
Ether. It's ether.
Damn it. Had to use a potion. Gonna be lucky if I don't use 2 at this point. I'm playing bad. Anyways, so that's just a cool little detail that I did not think about while I was playing this game. Because yeah, while I played this game, when I played this game, I had played 7. I'd played 1 through 3, but the gap between playing 1 through 3 in this game was a majority of a year. And even then, that's just not something I really even connected the dots on until I was playing 5, and I was like, oh, wait a second. Sorry, not 5. I didn't even notice that until I played 15, actually, because those are the only 3 magic types in 15. I was like, wait a second. Clive, Jill, Cid. So that's just a fun moment.
Why won't you die?
Is he?
Bollocks. He's gonna Kashyyyk.
Okay, it's not gonna let me show you what a Kashyyyk is.
Save your pity.
But that's essentially, they lose all their free will as they become overrun with either.
Let's end his torment.
I essentially just talked about it right there with that dialogue. Yeah, this guy's actually gone through almost all my potions. Well, I mean, to be fair, even with my story focus, this guy did actually kick my ass more than I kind of wanted to admit, but I already admitted it, so I guess I wanted to admit it at least a little bit, huh? Yeah, I mean, oh crap, I actually didn't do that much damage on him. I thought I would have done more damage there. But oh well. Thought I was better. But yeah, Sidolphus Steelman. He is truly the key to what makes this plot work. He is the oil for this game's gears and cogs. He helps bring all of our characters together. I mean, and he also just... He's a role model for our young, troubled protagonists to kind of help guide them to be what they want to be. And he's also funny as hell. Like, most of the times I've laughed during this game, I mean, I don't know. From what at least I feel like these past like 10 or so videos, maybe not 10 or so because he wasn't in a lot of those. But a lot of the videos that Cid is in, when I laugh, it's mostly at things he does or his interactions with Clive. Ralph Ineson and Ben Stars, they're just dynamic. It's so good. Their interactions with each other is just chef's kiss. And that whole dynamic, again, is why this game, to me, works so well. Hey, that's pretty cool. Anyways, I have enough AP that I can bring back one of my fire things. What am I going to bring back? Ignition or
I'm not getting used to that. The Kashyyyk or no, he was still a man. A man who drowned in ether.
It's no way for anyone to go.
Come on.
Answer.
God, you...
Then we'll finish this line of dialogue before I end the video. I need to go here. Heatwave. Bring back my boy Heatwave. And Ignition. I could actually afford to bring them both back. Nice. I had it in this order before, right? I don't know. Ignition does a decent amount of damage. I don't know. They're both so good. I love them both.
He's a death sentence in this place. Not that Sylvester cares.
Now the video's going to end now that that line dialogue's over. Anyways, gamer family, I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.